settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12, and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Army Black Knights taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Rams will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Benson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off-play action on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And they're able to get him on the ground. And the Black Knights in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. That's exactly what you'd expect from this brave old Army team, getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, they know who they are, they know what they want to do, and they're going to run the football at you early and often in this football game.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Right back to the well. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Black Knights have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Reed. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. It's a new chapter at quarterback for Army after Bryson Daly's historic season led the nation with 32 touchdowns on the ground. Army had 12 wins, a school record. With Daly now a commissioned officer in the Army, time for next man up, Jesse.
Yeah, and you're going to have to be able to run the football. You're going to have to be able to make...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Army! Great job by the back on the option.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Grabs it in the middle. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more.
Turning it on. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And wings it incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Big fella moving. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that's...
There he goes! And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. It'll be a draw. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
And they swarm him under. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Back to throw, it's Coleman. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And the Black Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's short. Touchdown, Army! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's got him this time. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Working that left side. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there and on 3rd down, and I need that yardage.
Oh, he's got some space. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Eighth play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The option look. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
He'll try it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to...
Turning it on! Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now if you're the...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Caught at the 25. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Black Knights. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. The RPO, it's complete. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Got enough space. Touchdown, Army! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Bringing it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Sends it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now they'll run it to the right here. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Complete in the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Come on, set. Kill.
To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Black Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Avant. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further. He's got it! They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Rushes on him. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
42 spot.
Back to pass. Touchdown, Colorado State. The offense cashing it in on
post him up, a linebacker he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, unlike in my family, eventually backyard brawls come to an end, and we have a final from a classic rivalry between Pitt and West Virginia. Pittsburgh proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Panthers team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Quick handoff. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation.
There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
The Black Knights have this offense rolling. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Bringing the heat. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
On the move, it's Reed. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll give it to him again. Shows him the stiff arm. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, beat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Back to throw, it's Coleman. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
The throw to the outside is complete. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Avant. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Over the Ram offense returns to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
On the double.
He'll set up to throw. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Caught over the middle. It's Winfield. At the 35, he's got room. Finds some room. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The quick out. He's loose down the left side. He's inside the 40. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback could go in the other direction.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread them out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
50, Colorado State, 13.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Offense bringing in the big boys. Heavy personnel. On 3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business.
I absolutely understand the thought process of this offense. The defense has to cover 99 yards. I'm okay with throwing the football, but, man, you got to throw that thing aggressively where only your guy can get it, not the defender. They make a big play, create some big momentum, and set their offense up in awesome field position.
Leaves it with the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. On the option. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. They fake it, goes to the tight end. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
56, Colorado State, 13.
Running to daylight from inside his 25. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm